caliber shotgun rifle with rifling inside of it. It shoots one of these kind. It's a primer, not rimfire. And today what we're going to be doing with this gun is we're going to be cleaning it. I haven't cleaned it in a little bit, so yeah, it needs it. One major thing is people always like to say that you can put the ramrod through there and then clean it, but that's the wrong way of doing it. To get this bolt out, put it on safe, it won't come out. Okay? Put on fire, there's nothing in there. Alright, pull the trigger, that comes out easy. Alright, that's the bolt. It's a bolt action. Okay, there's the bolt, slides in and out. Okay, so that's the first thing. You get the bolt out. These bolts don't really require that much to clean. They really don't. Pretty much what I like to do is have a bin for just stuff, because this stuff gets kind of messy and it's a powerful scent. So I like to have like this so it can go in the cleaner. And then always keep a clean rag for your gun. Always do that. Don't spray it directly. Spray it on the rag. Okay, not that much. Like only that much. You only need that much. Okay. Go in and clean the bolt. And then as you're doing this, don't if you, let's say you clean here, right? Well, you're gonna do that? No, you're not. No, you don't want to. That's dirty. So you can take the rag and use that. I don't know where my gloves are. I try to find them, so I couldn't. But oh well. So you're just gonna rub this nicely, clean all the junk off of there that's on there. And then you're gonna move it and see how shiny and clean that is. Looks really nice. And then one thing I always like to do is hold this right here. That doesn't need to be clean at all, because that's the outside of the gun, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe you can if you want to. And then you gotta go this way. You gotta find where it is and clean this up. And you can take apart the whole entire bolt by taking this out and then moving this to here and then taking the whole entire thing apart, which I do know how to, but that gets more down into it where the firing pin is and all that other stuff and the little bitty stuff, and this is a gun, so once you put it back together you want to make sure it works correctly. Alrighty, so that's clean. Just put that aside. And then this guy is your ramrod that would go all the way down the gun. So it'll go all the way through, all the way in, and all the way out. And then clean that. Just take this. Okay, not much. You really don't need that much at all. And then give you a little sheet. Kind of get the rag wet. As you're getting the rag wet, you're getting this wet. You get more of this wet. Okay, there you go. You put that in there. Okay. Now, before you always do this, you want to make sure your gun is unloaded and safe. Alright. Always point the gun and the barrel down, because it's a lot more easier than rather than up. Push it in. And let the rod do its work. And then pretty much you can see how clean it is. And pull it back. And most gun experts like to say you shouldn't really pull the gun back, pull the rod back, but it depends. And make sure you go all the way back, not become your cameraman all the way through. A lot of people like to go all the way up to the barrel, and I say, okay, that's good. No, you need to go all the way. Go all the way to the end. And all the way out, because the bolt goes through there and that bolt gets junked up by the gunpowder and other stuff. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff that gets chunky. Alright, that should be pretty much it. Okay, and then if you want to look down the barrel, you see how cleaner it is. I don't know if the cameraman can get the rifling in there, but if you look really closely, if the cameraman can really get focused in there, you can really see how the rifling and how clean it is. But if you can't, we might just try from a different angle. This gun is unloaded, so if you want to stick the camera down in there and see, try to get a view of the rifling, that's what it looks like. Alright, so there you go. And then most people say, alright, well, the barrel's clean, that's it. No, it's not. No, it's not. Take the rag, you clean where this goes, alright? Clean where your magazine goes, and then clean up the sides. Alright, where the receiver is, where your gun receiver is, right here. Right in there. Clean up really right in there, because you really want that cleaned up. Okay? And then you go back here, clean that up. You really want to get anything that's really metal on it. What I like to do sometimes, I don't do it. Now when you're going to do this, you don't do very much. There's not that much on here actually. Like that's how much is on that rag. It really isn't. And you don't want that much anyways. Because what I'm going to do is because I'm going to clean the outside of this barrel. Now, is it possible to take the scope off? Yes, it is. But I like how the scope is, so I'm not going to remove it. And then that will be pretty much it for the gun itself. And if the cameraman can give me a magazine, that will be great. So I can put inside the gun itself. And then, yeah, if the cameraman can give me a mag, so I can see how well it fits and goes in. Okay. And this is unloaded. But you can see how, I don't know, well, you can see how easy and smooth it runs instead of how it was. So, dead end. It's unsafe. Fire. And then, to know that your gun is actually working, then when you eject the shell, it should fly really far away from the gun. So that's how far it should fly, a little further, but it's once again unloaded shell. But that's what it is. Alrighty. So put that back in. So now we're done with that. The gun itself is done, but the wood's not. A lot of people don't like to clean the wood because it takes forever. And you really shouldn't use this cleaning stuff. You should not use that cleaning stuff on the wood. Just use a normal rag. And so what I like to do is kind of fold it up. Fold the same rag up. And really get on the wood. Just kind of sort of clean it up. And then hold the back of the scope. Don't try and mess with the dials up, but hold the back of the scope very lightly so you're able to clean the wood itself and give it more fine finish. The camera zooms up to see how cleaner this wood is looking than it was looking like. Because if you're seeing on this side how dark that looks, then you look at this, it looks a lot more darker. It's the oil that humans put on the guns, and they put so much oil on it, actually the wood actually starts lightening up. And to take that off, you just easily rub this off. And pretty much we're almost done. It's a really easy gun to clean. This one's really easy. If you're a first time shooter, I would suggest not getting this gun though. Probably 22 will be a lot more better for you. I've done a lot of shooting, so when I bought my first gun, I know what I was going to get. I was wanting something high powerful, really with extra shooting capability of killing a deer, and this definitely has it. It's a 50 caliber shotgun rifle. My first time shooting it, I was sore for about a few weeks. So I know what I was looking for. I know most people like to say, well, you could have gone for a little lighter. You don't really need a 50 caliber bullet to kill a deer. Yeah, you don't, but It's what I wanted, so I got it. Pretty much that's it. So, if you're ever gonna clean to get this kind of a gun, let's make sure that you follow the rules and steps, and always make sure the gun's unloaded. All right. Now, I've heard too many stories about the gun going off. Guns don't go off. You make the gun go off. Always put an unloaded shell in the gun. That's my rule, because you never know if that gun's loaded or not. And if you always, as always said, never dry fire. And if you're gonna shoot the gun, you'll be shooting on an empty casing, and all it's gonna do is sound like this. Okay, that's nothing. And we can do that. We can do that all day. It doesn't hurt the gun. It actually helps the gun. All right. So, be smart what you're doing, and don't kill yourself. Thanks.